all kinds of theft. The statistics speak for itself. The National Police Service, under the leadership of the president, and with the investment that this administration has put in place, has made very great strides to protect this country. And it has become better because we work together with our defense, with the NIS. All the agencies of Kenya are working together in a multi-agency approach, and we have been able to secure our country. When we came to office in 2013, 2012, 2022, going to 2023, it was a very difficult period in Kenya. You know, banditry was, was happening every day. People were crying, women were crying, people were not in school, children were not in school. You know, people were not in their farms. Today, in Baringo, in Elgeyo Marakwet, in West Pokot, in parts of, in Laikipia, in parts of Samburu, we have a general calm because of the investment that this institution, the National Police Service, has done, and by the government of Kenya. So for anyone to stand out there and say Kenya is not safe, that tourists should not be in our country, that is really embarrassing. And for someone aspiring to hold any public office, I know why Mr. Gachagua speaks the way he does. It's because of desperation. By knowing that he cannot hold office again in Kenya, and he can never be president of this republic, he wants to do a Samson, to take the entire nation, including its economy, down the drain with himself. We are not going to allow that. And I must say that Kenyans and Kenya should not be fed with a lot of lies that are unregulated. And I want to tell media houses, when you invite such reckless human beings to your media houses, please, for God's sake, carry with you a lie detector, so that every time you ask him a question, the lie detector will sound. Otherwise, you are going to be misleading the people of Kenya and driving wage and bad language and bad behavior to our country. I must say that this is really very demoralizing to see that anyone. But there is one thing that I'm very happy about Kenyans. Very happy that the opposition, and I can tell you, being a cabinet secretary of Interior, I know what I'm saying. The opposition, all the opposition leaders and all the government leaders agree on only one thing. There is one thing they agree unanimously, that Mr. Gachagua must not hold any public office again, ever. And even those who are hanging around him in the opposition, they are just hoping that he will never run for any office forever. So even when he's delusional and he thinks that he's being cheered by the others, I want to tell him that all those opposition leaders are like an hyena that follows a human hand, hoping that it will fall. And for sure, they know that Gachagua has fallen already. I want to say here, for avoidance of doubt, we take cases that are brought before DCI very seriously. And the DCI takes his job very seriously. The Inspector General of Police is not under the command of the CS Murkomen, who was mentioned yesterday 388 times in a TV interview. My name was Murkomen, but for God's sake, my name is Murkomen. But even though I was referred to Murkomen 388 times, I want to say that I have no authority to direct the Inspector General of Police in performance of his duties to investigate and to carry out policing responsibilities. I can only give policy directions and support the department. I believe the DCI officers who are here are well-trained officers to investigate any crime. And so for anyone to say that 68 women were raped in Olkalau by police officers and that it has not been investigated and that they have not reported to any police station, that is really serious. And for him to go further now to perpetuate his lie that those 68 women were treated in private hospitals and released to go home, I would like to ask all those private doctors in private hospitals who purportedly treated 68 people to report all those cases to DCI and to the necessary institutions, if not DCI, to IPOA, if not IPOA, to Kenya National Human Rights Commission, so that we can take any person who has committed any crime to task. And if not, those who are making those reckless statements must be held into account. not just by the police, but by the people of Kenya. Not just by people of Kenya,